Hi everyone. Well, it's all over. Christmas has been and gone. Um, I have mixed emotions about it really. Um, it's supposed to be a time for togetherness and forgiveness and, love and caring and giving, to connect with family and friends. But why do we put it down to just 1 year, one day at the whole year, to be kind and generous and connect with people? And we seem to be forced for this one day that has so much meaning, but yet the meaning has been twisted. That we need to buy, we need to get this, we need to eat, we need to overindulge, food, drink, whatever, We're forced to go and see people we don't like. We're forced to maybe behave, put on a front, put on a face, for when we don't want to, when we don't feel like we can, especially with people with mental health issues. It's supposed to be a time where we all connect together and, feel the love of Christmas, and it really isn't like that. It's so stressful for many people. And at this time of year, there's a couple of people that I know the families have split up, and it's been a horrible time of year for them. They've had to cope by themselves, or they've been having to cope with a family by themselves, or had their families completely taken away, which really at Christmas time is the most disgusting thing that you can do to somebody else, especially if you're doing it for toxic reasons. A friend of mine, his girlfriend kicked him out through that cold snap that we had, and he's not been able to see much of his son through the Christmas period. It's been a complete upheaval. And then there's other friends of mine, that they feel so isolated away from people, Yeah, they might have family around them, but nobody's been reaching out to them, their friends and things like that, and they take it upon themselves to feel guilty, to feel disowned, I suppose, to feel not worthy, especially when you've got a mental health issue, and all you want is a bit of attention from people that you know, that you like, that you're friends, and they're not giving you anything at all. But then you can't really control that, unfortunately. Everybody goes through their own sort of mental illness at Christmas time, I'm sure, with all the stresses, all the strains. And it does trigger anxiety, panic, panic buying, panic gifts. Oh my God, I should have got this, I should have got that. It doesn't matter, get it the next day. So what? It might be a day late or, a few days late, it doesn't matter. Why do we force all this love and happiness and giving all into one day when it should be every day we should be doing this? The spirit of love and giving and joy and happiness. It just seems to be how society's made us believe that it should be. And things should change big time. And yeah, I'm not saying let's not have Christmas. I'm just saying let's have Christmas every day, And I don't mean the gift giving and the food eating. I mean what is meant for Christmas, the kindness, the love, the companionship, the support that we give each other, or supposed to give each other. Why do we just put it down to one day? Why can't we put it down to every single day of the year? And why do we have to outdo each other with presents and Christmas lights and, you know, oh, my lights are better than yours, my gift's better than yours. That's the toxic side behind things, you know, the toxic beliefs that, you know, the narcissistic tendencies, the narcissistic traits, the gimme, 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 this is mine, 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 mine's better than yours. You know, the one-upmanship, we get that all year round, and even more so at Christmas. And there's just so much that needs to change about society, the way we think, the way we act towards other people, even towards ourselves. You know, there's many people out there that I know that don't feel worthy to even have a Christmas. They don't feel worthy to have people around them. You know, they just want to be alone on Christmas because they're alone in their daily lives. They don't see it as anything different. You know, it's just Christmas. But the emphasis of having to be together, having to be with a loving family, friends, you know, partner, whatever, it's all emphasised more around Christmas. We focus on the things that we haven't got, especially for people with mental health issues, you know. We feel alone enough as it is without having it forced on us through Christmas, that we haven't got people around us that care for us. Even though, you know, sometimes we do, it's just that the mental illness makes us believe that we haven't. And until we get out of that mentality, we won't see that. I mean, I used to think that very much so. Christmas was a very bad time for me. My birthday just before, and then Christmas, and then the New Year, you know. It's a good month for me that used to send my head up my arse, and I used to escape, or try to escape. I mean, I tried to make it as best as I could for my daughter. But when she got to a certain age and moved out, you know, there was no reason for me to celebrate Christmas because it was a lonely time for me. It just used to bring back thoughts of what I haven't got. You know, a loving family, a loving partner and things like that, you know. And it used to really, really get to me. Very upsetting. So I'm starting to get a bit warm, actually. Starting to sweat. Yeah, the heating must have kicked in and started warming up the flat now. It's starting to get a bit warm. But yeah, it's a very difficult time of year for a lot of people, and then we have to pick up the aftermath after, you know, get back to a normal sort of state of being again. Especially with finances, and this is not just for me, this is for everyone, and it's not just people with mental health issues, it's for everyone. You know, we buy so much stuff for this one day, and there's so many people going into debt over it, you know. It's like, for me, you know, I go and look at buying a Christmas turkey for me and my daughter. Luckily my daughter doesn't like turkey, so we had a chicken instead. But yeah, I was looking at the prices of just a turkey crown, and £30. Now that's equivalent to me a week's worth of food on one thing, you know, which not a lot of people like turkey. It gets wasted, you know, gets fed to the animals, or it goes in the bin, you know. So for me, what's the point in buying something like that just because it's the festive season? And we've been conditioned to think we need to buy all this stuff. Everything goes up in price. I mean, we get Black Friday just before Christmas, and it's all buy this, buy this, buy this, and then we have the Christmas, buy this, buy this, buy this. 1st of January, we have the January sales, buy this, buy this, buy this. This is what society is about. They want you to earn the money. They want to take a big percentage off you for taxes, and then they want you to spend all the rest of it on crap that you don't need. And in the meantime, you're getting stressed out because you don't need this crap, but you're told that you need to buy it to make people happy. We're being brainwashed into what we should be doing. And all it is lining the pockets of other people. That's all it's about. we don't live in a democracy anymore. It's all about the economy. It's all about money. How much we can earn to pay the fat cats. And we're all suffering from it. Even more so at this time of year. All the bills go up, gas, electric goes up, This is what does my head in this country. Through the summer, they'll put the gas prices down and the electric prices down. Because we're not really using it anyway, are we? Most of us, our days are lighter, we don't need as much heat, it's just for cooking really, and bathing. And, we eat less really because our bodies don't need to stock up so much for the cold weather, and, we don't really consume much during the summer. But the winter comes and the prices go up for electric and gas because we're in our homes a lot longer. The nights drawing, so we're using more electric earlier on in the day, more gas for heating, for cooking, and we get drained every single day, emotionally, physically, financially, and it's got to stop. How long do we keep going like this, destroying our own mental health, our own finances, just for one day? It just doesn't seem logical to me at all. Yeah, we have a nice time. I've had a different Christmas, this one. Yeah, I've actually enjoyed it. It's been very different, this one. But I've kept it simple. Yeah, I've got my daughter presents and I've got friends presents, but I've not gone out my way to make myself bankrupt. As far as the Christmas meal, I bought enough for me and my daughter, and when it come to it, I could have fed another 3 people on top, and that was just me buying basic stuff. So God knows what it's like with these people that buy that all of everything. How much they've got left to waste. It just gets thrown away. It's a waste of money. Anyway, yes, I've had my Christmas rant. But I do hope that people that have gone through mental health issues and things like that, I hope now that you can just get on with the next year. Yeah, and don't worry about if people haven't got in contact with you, because you can't control how their own mental health issues affect them. There was times where I couldn't talk to anyone, so I wouldn't reach out at Christmas time. This time I have, but not to everyone. There's people I forgot to wish happy Christmas to. So happy Christmas to the ones that I've not messaged or anything like that. I am very sorry, but yeah, my head, sometimes it's just not there, and sometimes it is. I must admit, I have had a drink this year, which is the first in a very long time, and I have enjoyed it. It was quite nice. I had a bottle of wine, which I did actually get from my dad to celebrate with my dad for Christmas. It was a Bordeaux, it was very nice. But yeah, I won't carry it on. I did enjoy it at the time, but no, it's because I don't like drinking, because it sends me sideways. But that was back then when my head was up my arse. And now it seems to be a bit more controllable, but I'm not going to start drinking just because I can drink again. No, I'd rather not. But for a celebration, yeah, I thought, why not? Bugger it. And I did enjoy it. Yeah, like I say, it's not sent me sideways or anything like that. But that's because my mental health has been a lot more stable this year. But yeah, to everybody that's felt alone through Christmas, or not felt worthy, just because people haven't contacted you or wished you Merry Christmas doesn't mean to say you're not worthy. I don't think you can see that. I'm boiling hot, but It's cold in the flat, it must be. I can see my breath. I'm not smoking or anything. I must be having a hot flush. Wait. Yeah, you have to excuse me, sweaty lady. That's what it's going to be. I can't open my top because I've only got this on. Yes, I've not long got up. Yeah. So I've not got anything underneath my robe, but I'm starting to feel very hot. So I think what I should do is end this video now. Yeah, just for those people that have felt alone, just because it's Christmas, just because it's been drummed into your head that you should be around family and friends and things like that. It's not the case. You know, feel your own worth. You know, enjoy your own time, your own company. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Just because people haven't said Merry Christmas or anything like that doesn't mean to say that you're a horrible person. You're not worthy of anything. It's usually the opposite, really. Like I say, they've got their own mental issues or stresses that they're concentrating on over Christmas, and you might have just been forgotten. You know, it's nothing personal. Don't take it as a personal attack. You can't control how others act, and you really shouldn't take it out on yourself just because of the way that they've treated you. Some people just haven't got the brain to be able to be open and be nice. Really, those sorts of people you shouldn't bother with anyway. You know, some of them do it on purpose, so they get a reaction out of you, a negative reaction out of you. You know, it's not good. And it's determining who these people are. You know, if you know you've got good friends out there that might have not wished you Merry Christmas or anything like that, you know, you try and think of, oh well, yeah, they're probably that snowed down with their own problems and their own families that they just have completely forgotten. Their head's up their arse as much as yours is, like, you know. And I know it's very difficult when you've got mental health issues not to put it all onto yourself. Oh, I must have done something, I must have said something, I must have stepped out of place, or, you know, there's so many different things that can go on in your head. Spiralling thoughts of what other people think about you. But the thing is, it's at the end of the day, it's what you think about yourself. If you don't feel you're worthy enough, then you know you're going to blame yourself for everybody else's actions. You're going to blame it, like I've just said. You know, it's because of this. I must have done this. I must have done that. And it's not the case. It's just everybody's got their own lives and their own way of coping with things. And especially at this time of year, we all seem to emphasise that we should have contact from people even more so. Just because it's Christmas. Just because it's what we expect. It's just what we've been drummed in to think up, you know, in our brains, that we've been taught to think. Yeah, it's a good time for all men. You know, love, compassion, giving. But in this society, this day and age, there's too many toxic people out there that won't even do that. And it's us with the mental health issues that sort of blame it on ourselves when we shouldn't. We shouldn't blame anyone really, because we can only work with what we know. We can only work with the brain that we've got. And if there's brains out there that haven't evolved to be caring and kind, and, you know, we're not going to get that from them. We're not going to get that from them at all. And we really, 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 really shouldn't take it out on ourselves, that we are the problem, that, you know, we are the cause of people not reaching out. No, they're the cause of them not reaching out. I can say it for myself, you know, I've forgotten to reach out to people this year. So that's not their fault, that's my fault. You know, I'm the one that's not reached out, but then in the same instance, they've not reached out to me, you know. But I don't blame myself for that. And I don't blame them for that either. There should be no blame at all. It's people have a choice. That's if they remember. There's all sorts of different things that can go on. Why somebody hasn't reached out over the Christmas period or for the whole year. So for all you out there that I know there are a few, even I know of a few that feel alone, even in the families that they're in. It's not because of you. It's just how everybody is, unfortunately. Not everybody, I suppose. Not everybody's like that, but I suppose everybody forgets something, at least something through Christmas. I mean, if there's people out there that haven't forgot, fair enough, well done you. You've got your head screwed on and you've catered for everyone in your whole life. But yeah, I don't think there's anybody in this world that could be that good at remembering and doing it for everyone. And not leave anybody out accidentally. I'll stop waffling on now. And I just want to wish everybody a peaceful 2023. I won't say happy, because I know that there's so much going on that a lot of people can't be happy. Just in their own situations. I could list off a load of different reasons, but everybody's got their own reasons. What might be some copable for someone might not be copable for somebody else. Capable. No, I'm gonna have to stop this now. I'm getting mixed up in my words. Anyway, I do hope that you've had a peaceful Christmas, and I do hope that everybody has a peaceful, productive, calm 2023. And for those suffering with mental illness, I do hope that you find that little bit of normality in yourselves, in your lives, and healing in whatever way. Everybody's got a different way of healing, and I hope you find your own way and heal. In 2023, there's got to be big changes. There's big changes this year. Just in the shift in mentality for a lot of people. And the more people like us that have gone through so much shit that can pass on the information to other people that can go, oh yeah, oh, haha, yes, I could do that. That's what my life has been like. This is what my thoughts have been like. Okay, so somebody else has moved forward, so let's try what they've done and tweak it to your own lives, What works for me might not work for somebody else, but the idea's there. Okay, well, they've used this to move forward. Well, maybe I can use something similar that's more into my own interests, It's like music, I love trance and dance and rave, and that's uplifting. For me, my daughter's into all this screamo and, all the emo stuff and the goth stuff. And like my friend Heather, and that sort of music gives them an uplifting feel. But to me, it's depressing and horrible. Not all of it, but some of the stuff, it's like, headache material, So everybody's different. You just pick and choose what's good for you, what makes you feel better. So I wish everybody love and light and healing for this 2023, very much so. I will be making more videos throughout this year, updating you on my learning, my abilities, and I've sort of like not been getting into my tarot as much, which I should do really, because I do enjoy it and it does freak me out in a good way. But yeah, I suppose Christmas has got in the way, the build-up. I suppose it's affected me in some sort of way, but not as bad as it usually does, which is good. So yeah, just in myself, I know that this year has been a life-changing year for me, very much so. And I know it's been life-changing for a lot of other people, even just around me. people that I've helped myself, people that have helped themselves, you know, that I've not spoken to for a while. You know, they sit back and they work out their own things, and it's good. It's good to see people moving forward that haven't been able to move forward for such a long time. And that's all it is, really. That's all what it's about, life, isn't it? It's helping others, and we all move in the same direction. Well, that's what it's supposed to be. It's not just for one day a year, it should be for the whole year. Being kind, considerate, supportive. You know, you don't have to spend lots of money on people every single day, just a kind word, reaching out to somebody. Hi, how are you? That's all it takes. And I know it can be daunting just to send that text or that message, hi, how are you? You know, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. It's the same as healing. The more you put these things into practice that you know that will make you heal, the more you do it, the more you heal. The more it becomes a normal thing, a normal reaction, a normal behaviour. Anyway, time to go. I'm sure I should be making some more videos on this anyway. But yeah, I do hope that everybody's got through Christmas the best that they can. And now you can just get back to normal and just work on yourselves for this brand new year. New start, new slate clean, you know, wipe the slate clean. Whatever's gone wrong this last year, you know, try not to repeat this year, this new year. And just do what you can do that makes you happy for this next year, you know? Trying not to focus on all the bad of what's gone on, and just know that you're worthy of having a good life, of having a good 2023. And going with the flow and reaching for the goals you want instead of doing it for everybody else. That's the main thing, isn't it? It's doing what is best for you, no matter who's around you. Because if you don't do what's best for you, you can't help other people. It's debilitating, really. You know, all that help that I could have given people over the years if I'd have realised all this stuff a lot earlier. A lot of stuff I wouldn't have put myself through if I'd have realised all this stuff a lot earlier. But yeah, it is. It's when the penny drops, it's like, all right, okay, ding. But it just takes that penny to drop. Which, yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful 2023. And I am sorry if this video didn't make much sense. It makes a lot of sense to me. I do hope it makes a lot of sense to other people. I know there's people out there that think like me, but I know there's people out there that don't. So I do hope that this has made a bit of sense. But sending my love and light out to everyone. It's time for me to go and have a bath now, so bye-bye everyone.